Hey, who doesn't like a little shootout? 2-stroke versus 4-stroke, KTM 300 versus 350. Two of kind of the best, or arguably the best off-road bikes out there. So we got the 2017 KTM 300XC, brand new engine, chassis, everything for this 2-stroke now. I've been against 2-strokes for a long time for trail riding because I'm getting old and lazy, and so, but I've been riding this just a little bit around here jetting, and it feels amazing. So I'm looking forward to comparing this to this. I got a 16 350XC-F. So it'll be very cool to compare these two and get an idea what we think and a few other guys think of these two bikes compared to each other. Two of the best bikes you can get, and if you're thinking about them, we'll kind of give you some ideas of pros and cons between the two. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one, but we'll go find out. For this test, we figured we'd get a wide range of riders. We got a bunch of buddies, guys to just all different skill levels, different sizes, to try these two bikes out and see what they think.
All right, guys, I've ridden both bikes. If I had to pick between the two, surprisingly, I think I'd pick the 2-stroke. I really like the 300. I didn't realize the 350 vibrated so much until I rode the 300, which is odd. But yeah, I might be mixing gas here pretty soon.
We got done riding these two KTMs, both awesome trail bikes. I noticed that the 350, I was able to hit things a little bit harder. I was able to go a little bit faster. But the 300 was a little more plush in the front end. And the engine response was just awesome. That 300 motor, KTM's done a great job with that. I'm out here trail riding as a weekend warrior, or even if I'm, I don't know, just trying to have fun. That 300 kept a smile on my face, so I think I'd have to choose a 300.
So just hopped off of both KTMs, 350 and the 300. Had an awesome time, great bikes. Jay Clark did a sweet job. The setup, everything is money. It's like you're riding a factory bike. If I were to choose, if I was doing fast motocross stuff with harder hits, would be the 350. The suspension's a little stiffer, less responsive. With the 300, seems a little soft on the front, but absorbs everything, doesn't bottom out. It is an awesome bike. For trail riding, I would choose the KTM 300.
All right, just got done test riding the 350 and the KTM 300. Both bikes were amazing. Coming into this, I thought 300 wouldn't have a chance, but to be honest, after riding them back to back, that 300, it was amazing. It tracked really well. I was surprised at how well it tracked. First got on it, first impression, it's real lightweight, easy to throw around, easy to handle, and very smooth. Seems like they've really worked out a lot of the vibrations that they've had in the past. So ultimately, 300 would be the bike for me.
All right, so I've ridden both bikes, at least 2 hours on each bike. After riding both of them, I really think that the 300 is just amazing. I really love the lightweight feel, and then the smooth, almost 4-stroke-like power off the bottom. It can make it up anything and it pulls. I'd have to choose the 300.
All right, so I just got done riding the 350 and the 300. I went into this a little bit biased because I'm a 4-stroke fan, but I really liked the lightweight of the 300, and it still had enough torque to where you didn't have to be in the perfect gear around every obstacle. However, having said that, I do still prefer the 350. I still prefer the 4-stroke. I do like a little bit more of that low-end power to just get you over those logs or those rocks you come up on when you don't have time to switch to a lower gear.
Just got done riding both the 300 and the 350. Both of them were excellent bikes. They were set up very well by Jay Clark. I rode the 350 first and was very surprised on how light it was. It felt great on the trails. Power was very smooth. As far as the 300 goes, it was awesome. The suspension was set up just perfect. I liked how it absorbed all the rocks in the trails. Power was great all the way up through the gears, very smooth, fantastic bike. As far as both the bikes go, I would probably pick the 300.
Was given the opportunity to hop on both the 300 and the 350. The setup by Jay was done fantastic. I loved how the 300 was light and nimble, and it felt like I could easily throw it around on the trail. So if I was to go out and buy either one of those, it'd be the 350XC.
Went for a ride with Jay and Spencer today. I took the 350 and the 300. The 350 has a lot of torque and power and engine brake. It's really good for wide open trails and has a lot of power. The 300 is light, nimble, and feels like a mountain bike when you're heading up really steep hills. Has plenty of power, wide ratio first gear. Overall, I would pick the 300 for tight trails. I'd pick the 300 over both of them. Awesome motorcycle.
Okay, so the KTM 300 is just an amazing bike. The suspension especially seems to work in a wide range of not only terrain, but of riders. From a guy down to 140 pounds up to guys over 200 pounds. It works really well. It is a bit soft in the rear for maybe the really bigger guys, over 180, 185, but it still works for them, trail riding wise. So the suspension's amazing in all those conditions, and the type of power this bike has works in just an immense amount of terrain. Okay, so that's a wrap on testing these two bikes. As you can see, we used a wide range of riders. We got about 10, 12 different guys that have ridden these things, and it's pretty obvious it's a clear winner in the 300 two-stroke. The bike only weighs about 6 pounds lighter. Most people that rode it feel like it weighed like 20 pounds lighter because it feels like a mountain bike. That's what a lot of guys would say. It feels like a mountain bike on the trails. You can just move the thing around. It just feels so light. So that's something about the two-stroke that's impressive. The four-stroke still has that grunt. The stock gearing on the 350XC isn't that great. You need to put a 52 bigger rear sprocket or a 13 front to really pull first gear up the tight, gnarly trails. The four-stroke, you don't have to jet it. It runs good in all altitudes. The pipe sticks out further than a two-stroke, so it gets more dings. That's something that you're gonna have to worry about with maybe putting an FMF gnarly on there that's stronger and a pipe guard. You're gonna hit pipes. Of course, pipes cost a whole lot less than they do on a four-stroke. So hopefully all those things give you some angles, but overall for us, the best enduro trail bike is the KTM 300 two-stroke, similar to the Husqvarna 300, but 17. The thing's amazing with the air forks and that type of quick power. You just can't beat it, and it feels so light on the trail. So just an incredible, incredible bike the 300 is, and it's our winner, and hopefully that helps you out when you're out looking for a trail bike to get.